Hello and welcome to the August cosplay progress vlog. When I last left off in July, I was working on Cinderella, and since then I got the skirt hemmed, though the skirt is still not constructed yet since this pattern has you hemming before assembling. I also figured I'd do a mail day for those of you who are interested in that kind of thing. So I got a surprise package from Plaid Crafts. I was not expecting this, but I am part of their ambassador program, and they very kindly sent a wood burner tool to try. And I've heard that you can use these on foam, though I do need to make sure I have proper safety equipment for it. But that will be a fun thing to try out, so thank you, Plaid. I also got my pre-order in the mail for Yaya Han's World of Cosplay. I pre-ordered this back in December, I think, but the release date got pushed back because of COVID, but it came in August, and it seems like it'll have a lot of the history of cosplay, which I think will be interesting, so looking forward to reading that. And speaking of history, I got the 1997 Star Wars Butterick pattern. It is still factory folded, though the top's kind of fallen off a little bit there, so I'll need to make sure to be careful with that. But I don't know when I'll get around to making it, but I do want to make the Princess Leia from it. And I found it on eBay. Someone was selling it for a really reasonable price, which is why I snapped it up as soon as I saw it. It's been a week since I last updated you, and Cinderella's dress is now done. I'm quite pleased to finally have this finished, and overall I think it turned out pretty well. There are definitely some things that I would have changed, some things that I was not really pleased with the pattern about, but I'm really glad that I decided to give it a try, and I feel like I learned some new things and I got to try some new techniques, such as doing the heat set rhinestones. That was my first time doing that, and I think they turned out quite nice, though my main problem with it is that the pattern had you do the rhinestones as the very last step of the dress, and as you can see there's some puckering here, because to really get the rhinestones on you need the fabric to be flat, and since this is obviously not flat, it ended up scorching the material a little bit because I had the part of the tool so close to the other bits of fabric. So if I was to rhinestone anything again, need to do that before the very last step, because that did not make any sense. The pattern called for putting the boning in the petticoat. Not really a fan of that. It made the petticoat go really wavy. And as you may have noticed, when I lifted up the skirt, there was some orange and black underneath. That's because I took my petticoat from Rumi and put that underneath this because it was not providing enough poof. So I think it has a bit more fullness now. And all that's left is to do the accessories. The accessories are now complete. Now have the necklace, the earrings, and the headband. So Cinderella is now officially done. Now that Cinderella's finished, it's time to move on to new projects. I've kind of got two going on at the moment. First was making a dress inspired by Isabelle from Animal Crossing that is Halloween themed out of this checkered calico, though I noticed after I washed it that it's got these like white stripe things on it, and I don't know why that's on the fabric, so that kind of put me in a little bit of a discouraged mood, but I'll still keep going and make this dress anyways. I'm just a little bummed about that. And the other thing that I'm working on is the Nezuko school uniform that I started ages ago. Well, not really ages, more like months. And I had gotten, I guess, fed up with it. I don't really remember exactly the reason why, but it's just been sitting in a pile and I was just done with working on it. Obviously, it is not a finished costume, so I cut out the cuffs, need to put the trim on those. So I'm going to be working on these two costumes kind of simultaneously and try and get in a better mood. It is now the end of August, and I finished Nezuko's shirt. All that's left on this costume is making the skirt to go with it, and that will hopefully be in the vlog for next month. Thank you so much for watching.